What's up, Internet? Current 1776 here with another Battlebox mission video for you. It's April already. It's time for mission 122. Things are starting to get green again. The pollen is out. Everything I have outside is completely covered in freaking pollen right now. It's time for spring. Typically where I'm at, spring lasts about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. But for many folks, it means it's time for the outdoors. You know, some parts of the country is super cold and spring is a good time, right? It's rejuvenation. With a new video, yeehaw, with mission 122 of Battlebox for April. Y'all come along, don't go nowhere. This one's gonna be freaking awesome. It's got things in here that you're gonna need in the spring and summer, I promise you. All right, sit this dude right here. We got our mission brief right there, mission 122. And this month's theme is waterworks. On the first page, we've got your write-up from yours truly, and we're gonna go through the basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus levels of this here box. So water is, you know, the foundation of life. We are mostly water, right? We have to consume water. 3 days without water, things go south really, really fast. But also, water could make you very, very sick. You could drown in it, all sorts of things, right? But we need it, right? So we need to know how, when, and where to use it properly to keep us, you know, keep the heart beating, keep the brain functioning, all that fun stuff, right? So we're gonna go through the basic box first. And this month in the basic box, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, yeehaw. So first up is the P&G Purifier of Water. See that? P&G Purifier of Water packet. So you guys have seen this before. This is an excellent product that I think everyone should have at their disposal. What is this? A 4-pack? You get some directions in here. I encourage you to read this, okay? Any of you skeptics out there that have seen my videos using this stuff, there's plenty of them out there with millions and millions and millions of views. Bottom line is this, you can drink it. You don't need to boil the water after using this stuff, okay? That's the purpose of this, okay? Yes, boiling water is a great idea. If you have the means of doing that, do it. Do you have to do it when using this? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, you don't have to boil the water. You have to get it up to a certain temperature. I don't remember that what that is off the top of my head. 130 some degrees, 140 some degrees to kill whatever's in there. Are any of us walking around with a freaking thermometer in our kit? Probably not. Just boil it. Then you know you've, gone past that temperature, that minimum temperature that you need. This stuff right here has been used in third world countries for years, okay? Millions of lives have been saved and millions of people are alive today because they've used this stuff right here to purify and clean their water. Again, as I said earlier, water can kill you, okay? Crap in water can kill you. You can get dehydrated. You can be expelling liquids from both ends of your body, quickly dehydrating you and putting you in a very bad, very bad position. You go to a stream, oh, that looks nice and clean, and you freaking drink the water out of it. Next thing you know, you're crapping like a goose and puking all over the place. And now you're in a serious situation because you don't know what was upstream of that. It could be a deer dead, been rotting, wasting away in the water about, 2, 3, 4, 500 yards upstream from you, and you don't know that. You don't want to be drinking that crap. So this right here is a small, convenient thing that you can keep in your pack that will actually purify a lot of water and get all the nasty stuff out of it. And you can see it work, which is kind of cool. Each one of these packets is capable of cleaning and purifying 2.5 gallons of water, 10 liters. Just this little pack right here. So this stuff is excellent, especially in like a base camp situation. If you're going to be somewhere for a little while, you need to collect a good amount of water to last you or a group of people a day, 2 days, 3 days. This stuff right here is freaking awesome. So you can collect your water, pour you a packet of this stuff in there. Many different means. You can do it in a 5-gallon bucket. You can do it in a Puri bag system, right, that these come with. You can do it in a water bladder, a trash bag. I don't care, anything, right? Anything that you can collect water with, you can use this with. You stir it up, agitate it for about 5 minutes, and then let it stand. There's flocculant in here, so all the heavy crap, mud, debris, stuff like that is going to clump up and go to the bottom of whatever vessel that you've got the water in. Then you can either pour this off into another bucket that's got, you know, some fabric or something over it just to catch anything if it does fall onto it. Transfer it into another bucket, or have a way of, you know, dipping the water out, or a valve on the bucket that's higher than the bottom of the bucket so that all the sediment at the bottom doesn't come out, and get your water out that way. Bottom line is, highly effective, safe to drink. You don't need to boil the water afterwards. You can drink directly after using this stuff. Put it in all your kits, you're good to go. Yeehaw. P&G purifier of water right there, your first item in the basic box. Next up in the basic box that I think is freaking awesome, and that I think you should have in a lot of your emergency bug out kits and stuff like that, your disaster preparedness kits, it's this stuff right here called AquaGuard. So AquaGuard is a hydration gel. This happens to be an orange flavors, natural colors, and natural flavoring in here. So this is a gel. This is like an emergency, I need hydration type deal right here that you can keep with you if you're, you know, in a situation where just getting water, getting hydrated is not something that you can do at the moment, and you need to get it done, right? So this packet is adequate for an average adult size every 3 to 4 hours. A great thing to do is before you're gonna embark in some strenuous activities. So let's say you're out in the wild, there's no real way for you to get water, you're getting low on your water consumption, and you know you gotta hike for the next 3 to 4 hours, down this into your gut before strenuous activity, and you're good to go for 3 to 4 hours. Of course, it depends on the amount of activity you're doing and how big you are and stuff like that. But average adult, 1 packet will do. Obviously use it in the case that you are getting dehydrated and you need to have some hydration and some sucralose in your system. Mash it around a little bit. It kind of tastes like an orange Fruit Loop, if that makes any sense. A really cool way to have sustained effective hydration right there in your pocket, in your pack, or whatever, at all times without having to worry about finding water. So as I said earlier, water can make you very sick if it's contaminated, and it could potentially kill you, right? So a good thing to do is be able to test your water. Heck, test your water at home. Do you even know if the water at home is good? If you've got a well like me, is your well water safe to drink? We assume it is, right? We may have water filtration systems between our well and our home, but not everybody does, right? I don't. I drink straight from the well. Like, other than getting water from the refrigerator, which has a filter system in it, I don't have a filter system in line to my house. I probably should. Probably be a good idea. I know I've got very hard water at my house. Probably got kidney stones about that big around waiting to ruin my life. But bottom line, do we really know what's in our water supplies? Well, you got this right here from Aquagenix, the alert water test system, and ensure that it's safe. You know, I think this is a great thing to have. Read this stuff right here so you can understand it on how to use this properly, how to read it properly. And then you've got this little kit right here that has a little bag and a little do not eat desiccant package. Okay, that's not good for your water. Don't use that. And then it's got some words and lines right here. So the 100 milliliter fill line, and then the 4 ounce fill line. And then this here is the test medium, the EC and TC test medium. What it says is, collect 1 milliliter of water sample in the bag, add the Aquagenix growth medium to the sample, and let it dissolve. Incubate the sample, you know, an ambient temperature. You just don't want any weird temperature swings. Ambient temperature, controlled temperature environment, whatever. And then you view the results. So it's going to test for E. coli specifically, right? So you got yellow. So if it turns yellow, it's negative for E. coli. If it turns blue or green, it's positive for E. coli. If it turns any color other than yellow, you probably shouldn't be drinking that water. Okay, so it's a quick way to test for that. Any water source, right? You can fill this up with water out of a creek if you wanted to. You can use it at home. You can use it at work. You can use it in any situation where you kind of, you know, I don't know, man, I really want to make sure this water is good. You can test that with this little kit right here from Aquagenix. Yellow, good. greenish blue, green, bluish green, aqua colored, whatever, don't drink it, okay? And next, we've got the Puri Bag bladder. So now you got a way to have water in your pack, water with you, a collection system, if you will. Just keep this with you, rolled up in your pack. Use when you need it, when collecting water. 2-liter water bladder, comes with your hose, some extra gaskets there for your hose, quick release system. So a nice small little bag right here, very easily kept in a kit or in your pack, right? Nice and small. So this is a way for you to collect water. It's one thing to have different types of water filtration. Like you got people that, you know, I just need a little inline filter there and I can drink water directly from a stream or a pond or whatever and I'm good to go. Yeah, but what if you got to continue on and then you don't have any water? It's one thing to hydrate before you go, but how are you going to hydrate while you're on the go or get to where you're going and there's no freaking water? You need a way to transport it, right? So you can clean your water, put it in here, and you've got water with you. Of course, fill your gut with water while you're there, but as you continue on, you've got a way to carry water. Or have this in your pack with your tube, with your little bite valve right here, coming up over your shoulder, strapped to your strap of your pack, and you can drink water while you're on the move, okay? I typically am not a big fan of water bladders, and I'll tell you why. Some of them are an absolute pain in the butt to clean, keep clean. This one's pretty freaking good. You can turn this one inside out very easily. You can turn this inside out, clean it, and let it thoroughly dry. Some are difficult to do that with, and that's why I've not been a huge fan of hydration bags like this. I've got some that they're impossible to turn inside out effectively and dry. This one, you can. So here you've got your water connection, you got your hose here, quick connect, snaps in, you're good to go, okay? Got a little button right there, you push the button in, it pops loose. Really nice bite valve with a tethered guard to go over the top of it, and you're yee-haw, man. This piece just slides over the top to seal it up. You can hang it inside your pack on one of the little loops inside of most packs that have hydration bladder sleeves. Hang it on the outside of your pack, whatever, tie it to your belt, it doesn't matter. A great addition to this is an inline water filter system or a little upgrade kit that Puri Bag sells, right? And inside your box for all you subscribers, no matter what level subscription that you're in, there's a 40% off coupon in there that I would recommend you use to buy this. So this is an upgrade kit for your water bladder. And it comes with an inline filter and a syringe so that you can clean your filter. And it comes with more gasketing and a different hose system here with a little piece to go along with it. And that little piece is, you know, to put on your filter, right? You got to be able to put this in line. So the hose that's coming with this, the one-piece hose, that's your clean hose, okay? So when your Puri Bag's clean, you're just putting tap water in it. You're putting water in it that you know is clean and doesn't need to be filtered anymore. You use your clean hose. Let's say, for example, you're walking around, you find a water source, you need water, you want to fill this up, you fill this up. Now you've got dirty water in your Puri Bag. So then you use this kit and this hose with this inline filter as your dirty hose. You don't want to reuse this hose later when you're putting clean water in this. Makes sense? So 40% off coupons in the box. I recommend you get this. This is not included, but I just wanted to let you guys know of some options that you have here, because you're not always going to get clean water, right? That is your fourth item in the basic box. So lots of ways right here to make water safe for you. Lastly, in the basic box, we got the Clean Drink 10 pack. Clean Drink right here. There's 10 little packets in here. So what this is for is to keep your containers and your vessels clean. Well, not keep them clean, but clean them when they're dirty, right? I know I'm guilty of it, okay? I'll have a Yeti cup or one of those tumbler type deals, or any other vessel that I would keep water in, and I may not completely clean it out. May have some residue of water in there, residue of whatever in there. I let it sit, it starts to grow things. It starts to get nasty, right? Maybe in those situations, you don't have means necessarily of a dishwasher or a way to use hot soap and water and stuff like that to clean your vessels out, right? This stuff right here will do that. So there's 10 of these little packets in here, okay? You put some water, preferably warmish water, or you know, in the summertime, ambient water is probably pretty fine. Stainless steel, glass, silicone, polypropylene, plastic, high density polyethylene, and thermoplastic polyurethane. Perfectly fine to use this in. Some ambient to warm-ish water inside of your container. You drop your tablet in there, you shake it up real good till it dissolves. You coat the whole container with this, let it stand for 15 minutes or longer, and then pour it out, and you're good to go. Your container is clean and ready to accept new, clean, consumable water. It's a great way to clean your stuff while out in the field, or if you're not sure, let's say you're out and about and you don't have a container and you find some trash like a bottle or an old glass jar or something like that. I've found those out in the woods, like old mason jars. You can use this to ensure that that's clean, so that when you put drinkable water in there, you ain't got to worry about, you know, contaminants in the container before you put the clean water in there. So clean drink, 10 pack right there, yeehaw. I dig it. So you're pretty well freaking covered with the basic box for consumption of water right here. But what about being safe while you're around the water? Tons of people drown every year, unfortunately. People go on vacations out to the beach and get swept away by rip currents and things like that. If you've ever been on the beach and you looked around and you didn't know exactly where your kid was at, I mean, it happens, right? It's probably one of the scariest places around water is the beach, especially with younger children and even adults. Adults go out there and be like, oh, I'm gonna swim out to that sandbar out there. And they go out there and they get tired. They don't realize that they're in danger until it's too late. And then, you know, they find their loved one washed up down the beach a little ways if they're lucky. Crap can happen around water, whether it's at a lake, a pool by your house, a public pool, a pond, whatever, right? Most of us do not have personal protective equipment around those types of environments. You know, we're there to have fun, right? Accidents happen and mistakes happen. I know it's a pain in the butt to run around with the stupid freaking big orange flotation device wrapped around your neck looking like a freaking buffoon. What if you had a rest tube right here? Yeah, rest tubes are freaking cool, man. Actually, a lot of lifeguards are using these now. So this is a way for you to have a deployable flotation device, strap it around your waist like a fanny pack kind of deal. In the event that you need it or you need to help somebody and you've got it on you, you can deploy this, it automatically inflates and you've got a flotation device. And it's not cumbersome and all that crap to where you're not gonna use it. I think that's a lot of situations, right? A lot of people that are out on boats, you know, you're supposed to have a certain amount of life preservers on the boat. Where they're at, they're packed into the bow of the boat all the way up to the tip with a bunch of other crap packed up in there, and you can't access it quickly. Why? Because they're aggravating. People don't like to use them, therefore people don't think about them. But you got this on you, or you got some of these handy, you've got an awesome way to protect yourself and others. So rest tube. So this is the rest tube beach bundle, if you will. So first up is the rest tube itself. Obviously you take the little tag off of here. Read the stuff that's on there before you toss it. But here you've got waist strap right here. So you can strap this around your waist, have it at the small of your back, on your side or whatever. Pretty much out of sight, out of mind. You can go swimming with it, whatever, right? You could be in the water, actively in the water with this on you, okay? One of these CO2 cartridges, it comes with 2 of them. And what you do is you screw this into the valve here. It does not yet pierce it, okay? When you yank this cord, that's when it pierces it, okay? So it's not, you can screw this off, because it didn't pierce it. You understand what I'm saying? So you're safe, right? You're good to go. And you put this back inside this pack. It's got really good Velcro, so you don't have to worry about it falling out of there or nothing like that. Now it's ready to rock. Put this on your kid, put it on yourself, your wife, your dog. Don't put it on your dog. That'd be weird. I don't know, maybe you could put it on your dog. I don't know about putting it on your dog. Put it on your body. You're out there swimming, doing your thing, having a big old time. You're swimming out to the sandbar and you notice, I'm getting tired. Rip current may have me. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I can't touch bottom. I'm getting tired. Have you ever tread water for a long time? Very tiresome, especially at the beach when you're dealing with currents and stuff like that. I gotta let this thing go. You reach behind your back, pull the tab, inflatable rest tube. It is attached to you, okay? So it's not gonna float off somewhere. It's attached around your waist. Hold on to this, keep it afloat. When you got enough strength, you can get it up and wave it around. It's very visible. Somebody can see that you're not in good shape and they can come to your rescue. Some additions that come in this would be this whistle right here. Very loud whistle. The whistle helps get people's attention. You can keep your whistle strapped onto this. So there's actually a little hole right here in the corner and it stays on your rest tube. So when you do deploy this, you've got a whistle right there that you can use to alert people. Obviously this is reusable. You take the CO2 cartridge out, deflate it, and you got another CO2 cartridge that you can put on it to get it good to go for next time. There's your deflation valve right there, and it's nice and tight. Takes a second for it to get fully tight or whatever, right? Because that stuff is really cold when it first shoots out of there, but in a matter of seconds, nice and taut. It's nice and taut. Also in this, reflective tape that you can tape to this prior to using it. So you can take it out, unfold it, stick this on there. So if this happens at night or whatever, and somebody's out there with a flashlight, when you have strength, you can wave this with this sticker on here and it will, you know, be a moving reflector. Somebody, oh, that's weird. What is that? Oh, it's somebody out there trying not to freaking drown. That is your advanced box item right there. So the Pro Box item is a recommended item from 3 of our members, okay? Jeff N. from New Brunswick, Canada, Pallet Fortress from North Kingstown, Rhode Island. Check those guys out on YouTube and on social media. They're freaking awesome. We love Pallet Fortress. And Ryan M. from Deerbrook, Wisconsin. So this Mama Jamma right here is the Max Shower from Flextail. So you got this really nice case right here. It is vented, so we're dealing with waterworks, right? It is vented, so you put stuff that's wet in here. Obviously you need to let it dry and air dry before putting it back in any case, anything that gets wet, right? What this is a freaking shower or way to wash off gear, wash your dog off, transfer water if you wanted to. You've got this mesh area that has a little bag with some extra gaskets and your USB-C charging cable and the pump itself. So this is the Oscar Sierra 02 11-ounce lightweight shower pump. A really nice lengthy hose that has quick disconnects on each end, and your shower head right here. Rather simple, okay, self-explanatory in a lot of ways, in my opinion. You got your shower head right here. You got one end that's got this white piece that can flip up. This will go to your head, 90-degree connection, snaps in. Hook, so you can hang it on a limb, you can hang it with paracord. Doing this on the side of your vehicle and it's not an aluminum body, you can put a magnet with one of those little hooks on it that you can get pretty much at any hardware store or Harbor Freight or something like that. Hang this on that, on the side of your vehicle, you got yourself your shower head. And then you take the other end, you attach it to the pump, and here on the bottom you got your little power switch. Hear that run? Turn that dude on. You got a green light right there, so it indicates to you that it's on. To push it again, goes up to a higher speed, and then off. Get you a bucket of water, warm water if you're lucky. Drop this down in the bucket. You got a shower. Here on the head, you got adjustments for on and off. You don't have to go back to the bucket and turn the pump off. You can just turn the flow off with the head, and it also adjusts the flow, right? This is freaking awesome. Put a tarp up around you so you have privacy. The whole nine is freaking awesome. Easy disconnect. It's just got, you know, typical disconnect, kind of like an air hose. So you can easily put this on and take it off. You into overlanding, stuff like that, and you do camping for extended periods of time with nothing but what you have in your vehicle, keep a shower in your freaking vehicle. All you need is a bucket or something with water in it. You can throw this into a stream if you had to, okay? So that you can pump water. It's got a, here on the top, it's got a little screen, so it helps keep, you know, debris from getting down into the pump. You can take it out and clean it. Obviously USB-C chargeable because it comes with the cable. Capacity is 18.5 watt hours, 2,500 milliamp hours at 7.4 volts. You can use this to clean off your gear or whatever as well. You get mud and dirt or sand on your stuff, you want to wash it off, you can do that with this. This is awesome, especially for those of you out there that has a significant other that doesn't like going out into the woods because they don't have a way to keep clean or shower or stuff like that. Just get you a bucket and a freaking tarp that you can put up for privacy, and you've got yourself a freaking shower, no matter where you're at. I think that's awesome, and hopefully it'll encourage some of you with loved ones that just don't want to go out there just for the fact that they don't have facilities or showers or something like that, right? It's got cutouts for everything to go in there, just like that. Right there, you got yourself a shower. End of story. This month is proving that I definitely need a bigger table. My res tube's trying to run off. So thanks Jeff, Pallet Fortress, and Ryan for that recommendation. Freaking amazing. Pro Plus time, yeehaw. It's time for the knife of the month, come on. So this knife is staff recommended from RT, Richard Toms, we call him RT, CFO of the company, and he really digs this knife. He's been drooling over this knife for a while, and now you guys get to drool over it because it's in this here freaking Mission of Battlbox. It's the Vox Kita folder, V-O-X-K-I-T-A folder. Let me close this so it doesn't fall off the table. We got a bunch of coupons in there that I generally don't talk about, but I'm going to talk about those in a minute. But first, Vox. The Vox Kita folder. This dude right here is freaking sweet. So this is produced by Fox Italy in Mangio, Italy. Y'all know what I think about Fox. They're freaking awesome. Some of the best freaking blades I've ever freaking used and held and seen in my entire life. Quality is freaking second to none. Right there. I'll show you guys close-ups when I talk about it, as I always do, just because my desk is completely cluttered with awesome gear. Designed by Jesper Voxnes. He's one of the most well-respected knife designers in the world. He was born and raised in Denmark, and his approach blends the Scandinavian minimalist design with American toughness. That dude's got all sorts of international recognition for ergonomic designs and premium materials, and this right here is nothing short of that. So we got a Nylox stainless steel stonewash blade, very tough steel with really good edge retention, and it's very corrosive resistant. It's got a FRN handle, or a fiberglass reinforced handle that's lightweight. The overall length is 7.5 inches with a 3¼ inch blade. It's got a reversible pocket clip so you can carry it in your left or right. And it is a backlock design. So this isn't like a super fast flipper opener. You can probably adjust the pivot right here where you can do that. But not all knives do that. I mean, my God, we've gone freaking years and years and years prior to having that sort of knife out on the market. This is a great single hand open, plenty of space there with the thumb hole so that you can open it. But man, what a sexy freaking knife. It's got this really cool jimping here on the top. That is a good looking knife, man. The FRN scales really lighten this thing up and really give it an awesome balance point. You got a good little choil right here behind the blade between the pivot and where the sharp edge begins. That drop point with that subtle grind right there really sets off the style of this blade. Very positive lockup, obviously, with the lock being back here, like the old school locking back design. I think it's cool. I love the color of it. Jesper knocked that dude right there out of the freaking park. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous folding knife. It's got a good pocket clip on it. Doesn't have a flimsy, weak pocket clip. I don't care what nobody says. I dig it. Very sharp. Let me find my paper so we can see how sharp it is, y'all. Oh yeah. Nice and sharp. Right out of the box. Of course, with any knife, I don't give a crap who it's from. I always like to give it a good stropping when I get a new knife. So I'll do that later today when this video's over. So that's mission 122 of Battlebox, folks. Waterworks was the theme, and I think we did pretty freaking good with the Waterworks theme. There's a lot of really useful and awesome gear in here. Before we get into the quick recap, I just want to talk about some coupons that are inside the box for you subscribers, okay? On each of these coupons, there's a QR code on the back. For the AquaGuard, 40% off your next purchase of AquaGuard. I suggest you use this and you get some more of that stuff to disperse in all your kits, okay? Puri bag for the water bladder stuff. If you want to get the inline filter kit for that, 40% off. QR code's on the back of this. The water test kit, obviously you need multiples of those, right? 40% off, QR codes on the back. And then the purifier, the P&G purifier of water, 50% off. QR codes on the back, all right? Recap, we've got the AquaGen X right here. This is a test kit that you can use to check for E. coli and things like that to be sure your water's good. After you use it, if it's yellow, you're good to go. If it's blue or green or any other weird color that you can't identify, I would suggest you don't drink it. We've got the purifier of water packets from P&G right here. Why? Because it freaking works and you should have it in your kits, folks. This stuff right here is a flocculant. It will disinfect, it will kill viruses, bacteria, the whole nine. It is an amazing way to get good water for you to consume. You do not need to boil. If you want to boil, have at it. But afterwards, you using this, you do not need to boil. So in a situation that you cannot boil, that right there is an amazing go-to. The Puri bag water bladder right here, excellent way to transport water. The hose there, you can keep it in a backpack or whatever and run this up your shoulder so you can drink while you're on the move, okay? It's one thing to drink before you're moving, but if you're going somewhere and there's no water, kind of that possum mentality that a lot of us in the survival world talk about, right? If you go buy something that's a resource and you say, that's a great resource, but I'm sure there's somewhere I'm going, I'll just get it there. And then you get where you're going and there's none there. And then you're like, well, crap, I wish I'd have got it then. So possum mentality, you go buy a water source that you can clean and get good drinking water that you can put in that bag right there. Go ahead and get it, because where you're going, you may not be able to get anymore, okay? So great thing to have, is small, compact. You can roll it up and keep it pretty much in any kit. The AquaGuard hydration gel. If you do not have a way to get any water, if you end up going somewhere and you don't have water, you didn't use your possum mentality to gather water when you had options to do so. If you got that AquaGuard with you, it'll help keep you hydrated, okay? Proven stuff. It's been used by countless militaries all over the world, the whole nine, as an emergency ration, if you will, for hydration. Great stuff to have in a straight up like SHTF emergency kit. The clean drink right here. In this bag right here, you get 10 individual clean drink little tablets right there. So if you find a vessel and you're not sure if it's clean, go ahead and assume it's not. You can use that to clean it. If you got stuff laying around and you don't clean it as often as you should, or you go to your little camping kit, you're going to go camping and you grab the stuff, you get out there and you notice, well, crap, this is nasty. You can use this. Drop it in there, shake it up, disperse it in there really good, let it dissolve. 15 minutes later, pour it out. You got a clean vessel for your clean, drinkable water to go into. So you've got this rest tube that you can keep strapped around your waist, across body, whatever, around your leg if you want to. And you've got a self-deployable life preserver, if you will, right here in case you need it. It's freaking awesome. So this is a kit. It comes with the rest tube itself. It comes with 2 of the cartridges there, the CO2 cartridges, so that it can be deployed. You get a whistle that you can attach to the rest tube, which I suggest you do before ever needing it. And then you've got a piece of reflective tape that you can tape to the rest tube in case, in the event during the night or early in the morning, or when low visibility is there, foggy, whatever, you have a way to wave your rest tube around so that search crews can find you due to the reflectivity. And over here to my right, we've got the freaking game changer, FlexTail Max Shower. That thing is freaking awesome. You guys are gonna love that. If you spend any time outdoors, if you spend any time having adventures, there's nothing better than a good shower. Well, now you can freaking have it with you. It's in a self-contained little kit right here. The only thing you need is the water and something for the water to be in if you're not like by a stream or something where you can drop that in. If you do that, please be cognizant of the intake filter in there. Make sure it's clean and you ain't getting any weird crap in there, right? Because it could damage the internals of your pump. Charge that thing up in your vehicle using a USB-C, and you've got a way to freaking take a shower, get yourself clean, your dog clean, your kids clean, whatever it is, your gear, spray it down, get the sand and dirt and mud off of it. Awesome piece of kit right there. And I myself am personally going to enjoy that. And last but not least, we got the Vox Kita right here, K-I-T-A. I love the design, I love the materials, I love the weight, the balance, obviously the quality and craftsmanship and everything from Fox knives is spectacular in my opinion. I dig it. I'm sure you will too. Awesome everyday carry knife. So if you want to find out more about Battlbox, you can go to battlbox.com, battlbox.com. I encourage you to go to the What's in the Box page. You can go to that page. You can see every video of every mission from this mission all the way down to mission 1 back in 2015. And of course, there's an awful lot more stuff on the website you can check out. We got a store. We got a way you can subscribe to Battlbox. We got things you can just go in there and buy one time if you want. Lots of cool gear, lots of awesome deals. And if you're a subscriber, you get access to the Battle Vault, where we got even more gear and deeper discounts. I'm telling you, we've got stuff on there that you can't freaking buy anywhere else for those prices. Members only have access. So that's another reason why you should be a subscriber to Battlebox, because you get deep, 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 deep discounts in the Battle Vault at battlebox.com. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this month's theme, Waterworks, what you would do with this stuff if you had it, and what you're gonna do with it if you're fixing to get it. Yeehaw. And if you enjoy this content, you wanna see more of my bearded face on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button. Follow us. Yeehaw. I love you. I mean it. I'll see you next month with mission 123. It's gonna be freaking awesome. That theme is gonna be freaking awesome, just like this one was. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye now.